What's up, gamers? My name's Scyushi and we're back again with some more Trove. And it's been a long time coming because today we're going to be reacting to my very first Trove video that I ever did on the channel. This is not going to be episode 1 of my Let's Play series. This is going to be my first look video. I haven't seen this video in years. I'm really excited, and it's kind of a momentous occasion for me personally to watch this video, because who knew that a couple years from then I would not only continue playing Trove but be considered like the top guy for this random little voxel game, you know? And I remember when I first played it, or first saw it in the Humble Bundle store, I was just like, oh, this looks like, you know, this looks like Cube World, but it looks like it's actually being made by some developers instead of that guy, you know? But needless to say, I'm sure that I talk about all that stuff in the video, so let's just get right to it. This video barely has 3,000 views. This is crazy to think that, you know, because everybody thinks that episode 1 of my Let's Play series is my first Trove video, but no. This is a first look at Trove, and this was my first video.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, it's ScyushiOfficial taking a first look at Trove. Yeah, I know on first look it looks like it's Cube World, but as an MMO. And
I think that Trove had a much better aesthetic value to its HUD and everything like that in the older version. Like, look at this at the bottom. It's so, like, so simple and clean, you know?
I haven't actually done enough research to know, but I can just kind of tell by the way this game is designed. It totally looks like it's on the Cube World's engine, especially this game is actually on a Humble Bundle. The links will be in the description below, of course, where you can get this for pretty darn cheap. That's the only reason I ended up getting it. Right now, this game is in closed beta, and you get to, at least with the Humble Bundle, you only get one character, which is like a Draculite or something like that.
Draculite. Oh my goodness gracious. Like, it makes sense that it's Draco because dragon, right? But oh my goodness gracious. Oh boy. I'm also, I mean, I'm not paying attention to it because it's just like, yep, that was the old saga. For any of you that are new to the channel, I used to wear wigs on the channel. Kind of, it was like my, think of a mascot type of thing, right? Eventually I ended up like kind of always hid my hair as a bit of a joke, and then when I got to 100,000 subscribers, I shaved my head bald, and I haven't gone back since because actually bald life is awesome. But this was back when I had the long wigs, and I used to like do my nail polish as well, which was just, I know that's gonna be weird for a lot of you in foreign countries, but it's very common, like in Canada and the US. It's not really, like, nobody really cares or pays any attention to it. Now, however, I don't do that just because I've got like tattoos covering my hands, so I don't need to do that anymore. I had the nose piercing, I had the eyebrow piercing. I got rid of both of those like years ago, just because the nose piercing was annoying and the eyebrow one never fully healed.
As I was just playing through a little bit of the tutorial, I thought, oh no, it's an MMO, so once we get through the tutorial, that's it. We're gonna be stuck out in the overworld, so may as well get first impressions and go through it all on our own. As you can see right here, what this guy's doing right at the beginning is the barber's shop. Now, I've already picked out our guy's beautiful hair. Ha! It's the closest.
Oh man, even the old barbershop. I mean, the new one now is like way better at least. But let's get to the game already.
Let's get to it. So first of all, welcome to the tutorial temple. Progress through these challenges to learn the basics of Trove. Alright, I will. And you know what's really cool about this game too? You can look at these signs from really far away.
Oh man, I remember when you used to be able to do that. So what happened was, in Trove back in the day, wherever your cursor was, you could actually like interact with things in the environment. You couldn't say interact with the Elysian flask that's in the background or anything like that, but you could see signs, and it was actually kind of clutch. But eventually they ended up changing it to this dumb proximity thing where it would show a sign, like you'd be able to read a sign so long as it was close to your character or beside your character, and then whatever you were focused on was going to end up being which would end up showing up. You can tell that it's kind of a bit of a buggy mess, and the reason that they did that was because they were preparing for everything to end up getting ported to console.
The Elysium flasks, totally ripped off from Dark Souls. If you are hurt, you can press Q to use your Elysian flask, a rechargeable healing potion. Now this is actually really cool, and you'll get to see it right over here. Lava hurts. Use Q to heal while you cross to the other side. Okay.
This is a much better example and tutorial than like
we healed up,
what the normal game has now.
But you just go to these rejuvenation stations which act like fire pits, press E, and all of a sudden you can see down our hotbar. Hopefully the video quality isn't going to degrade that much, but we have 2 potions. Yes.
The other thing too that was so cool about these earlier tutorials was you could actually like run into other players. So it immediately gave you the sense that you were playing a game online, instead of the tutorial that we've got nowadays is something completely separated from the rest of the game. And although it was cool when it first got added to the game, you know, we all thought, oh dude, they're adding like story and stuff to the game, and you know, they're adding like a ton of production value. No, all they did was make a forced tutorial that was disgusting, locks out all your controls, and ultimately tries to teach you the game, but I mean, it still shows you the mag rider, for crying out loud, and nobody uses the mag rider willingly.
Press tab to switch between adventure and build mode. Now this is actually really cool. I love how seamless this game is. One of the other reasons too, I just gotta mention, that I'm wandering around and moving around a lot is that this game is kind of like, if you stand still for too long, it kicks you, and that's a little bit annoying because it kicks you really fast.
That's right, the game used to kick you after like a minute or like 20 seconds or so. It was something ridiculous. I completely forgot about that. And then also, I guess, yeah, come to think of it, that was a big deal that a lot of us take for granted with Trove, is the fact that you can just swap in and out of build mode so seamlessly. And the fact that Trove even has a build mode separated from the combat mode, I would still argue is one of the reasons why Trove is so unique. You know, like there's a lot of things that everybody can hate on with the game, and obviously even myself, I've got my criticisms towards it, but that's after playing this game for over 4 years, man. And I love this game, and I still do. But looking back, you know, the innocence that I had towards this game just is reminding me how unique this project was in the first place. Because you gotta think about that. Like any other voxel game, you're putting all your building stuff on the same hotbar that has all of your weapons and gear. Say Minecraft, for example. As opposed to Trove, it just says, no. We've just got a separate inventory for building. Okay, so we don't need to go through the entire tutorial because we already kind of know all this stuff. That's so awesome, dude. Oh man, coming out of the, like, that's something that Trove is definitely lacking. That's just one of my favorite things in video games, is you start out in a cave or somewhere like really claustrophobic, and then you come out and then you see that that is not what the rest of the game is. I love that feeling. That's one of the things that I still love to this day about like the Elder Scrolls games, you know, Morrowind, more so Oblivion, you start out in a sewer before you get to the open world. Skyrim, you kind of start in a flamed town and then you go out to the open world, and it's just,
isn't it Cubalicious? It's beautiful. Cornerstone plots. Now this is actually kind of like Landmark that's still coming out. Your next
oh my gosh, Landmark. I remember Landmark. Landmark got canceled, unfortunately. I kind of wanted to do a series on it, but basically Landmark was kind of a weird, dumb building only version of EverQuest Next, which was going to be the next EverQuest game, and it was going to be a voxel game where you would actually have like full-on 3D objects, but it would be using voxels in the engine so that you could have the entire world be destructible. And unfortunately the project got canceled. Otherwise that would have been amazing.
Is the world random generated? I'm not in the same world I was in before.
That's a big deal.
That's really strange. Okay. Maybe every time you join up you're in a new world or something like that. That's really weird. See, look at these bushes. That is totally Cube World. Like, even the way that the berries drop.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's all pixelated. I really do wonder if this game is on the same engine as Cube World.
No, it's not on the same engine. Clearly, Tryon Worlds was just copying Cube World when they first saw it. Like, highly influenced from Cube World, when the irony now is that Trove actually became a video game, whereas Cube World, you know, the guy's still tweeting about God knows what here and there after like 6 years or something like that. Like, ugh.
Oh, I see. We built one, but I haven't claimed. Nope, never mind. It's lying.
And Tignorant, the good old really username.
Cool, so you get a flask here. Rejuvenation station.
Oh my gosh, there was so many signs on the Cornerstone, and we actually used to add Shapestone. That was back when Shapestone was a 3D object. So what they ended up doing further down the line was all of the ore originally was a 3D prop item, right? But as you may or may not know, prop items have a very restricted limit on the way that they can generate with the view distance. So you'll be able to see the blocks for here onto like the hills in the background, but props and stuff like that will end up having a different draw distance variable to them so that it doesn't lag out your game, because props are extremely frame rate draining, right? But the thing is, the ore used to actually be like that. So you could actually be far enough away that you would see ore literally invisible inside a pocket in the ground. And then eventually they ended up changing it to the ore that we see now, where it's just a block that's the same in the environment, so that it could actually end up generating.
But the thing that I like about this game is it doesn't seem to be focused on building so much as games like Minecraft and stuff like that. It's more focused on adventure.
Yeah, that's actually still to this day is one of the biggest reasons why I enjoyed Trove over a game like Minecraft. And now the irony is I'm starting to get into Minecraft. That said, I'm getting into it because it's actually got a lot more adventure focus to it now. At the time that I was playing Trove, lots of people still wanted me to play Minecraft. I had many Minecraft series on the channel before, but what could I say? I didn't really find the game very interesting, and then Trove came along like, oh yeah, we don't care about crafting, and it was just more so about completing dungeons with your friends, and it was just like, dude, I am all about this game, sign me up.
Oh, I see. So we're not even in the hub yet. We're in the tutorial area. If we, bloop, put down that green block, we could put this plot down. Yeah, I'm actually gonna try this right now. So let's see.
This is where I first discovered how Cornerstones work.
Yep, and the green block stayed. Our other one got destroyed. So that's actually a really cool system. So we could...
I still like the way that Cornerstones look. Like, I don't really build as much anymore, but I still have very fond memories about how it worked. And, you know, just all this stuff is just making me just do nothing but feel good, you know? Like, just all the memories and the innocence of playing this game, and even the channel, you know, having only a few subscribers at the time, because there wasn't really any breakout games that I'd played other than Mario 64 with my brother, and that did fairly well for us, but it's not an MMO like Trove where I can just continually make content with it, you know what I mean?
But that's pretty cool. So that means we could build our house any way that we like it, and we just lay it on a plot, and there you go, bada bing, bada boom. Now, crafting, you can craft at crafting stations like this one, and also by pressing V, so I guess you could just craft out in the wilderness. In order to complete the tutorial, you must use this station to craft, place, and then use a hub portal.
Oh my gosh, look at that HUD. Oh my gosh. If a modder could ever figure it out, please just give me the old HUD. That is so much more clean. Oh, geez. I mean, it's still a garbled mess with all their dumb categories. That's something that I still don't like about Trove. But man alive, that is so much nicer on the eyes than the disgusting green that they've got now, you know?
Hub portal, please. There it is. Use this portal to travel to the hub world. So we need Shapestone 20, and we only have 4 of them.
Warp Seed. Oh my gosh. Warp Seed is Glim. That's right. It used to be called Warp Seed. Oh my gosh.
Oops. I didn't want to press tab. Okay. Let's go into the woods. Let's start fighting these enemies.
I remember the first time, like, I didn't even, like, I wasn't even, like, big time with this game or anything. And the devs actually reached out to me right away. There was, Junebug or Ladybug or something like that. It was a girl on Twitter who managed the Trove, the Trove social media. She did fantastic. She reached out not only to me, but all the other content creators, and she hooked us up, man. Like, I was very small, and she still reached out to me and gave me 3 of the $100 packs of the game, which ultimately gave you a bunch of blocks, gave you an exclusive mount and an exclusive Trove sword, which of course they backpedaled on and have turned into just a sword and mounts that you just get out of either the chaos chest or some of the Era store packs, which sucks now because, you know, trying worlds, I mean, they'll take a quick buck whenever they could get it, right? But it's so humbling to think that, you know, they reached out to me back then, and nowadays I struggle with trying to get a straight answer out of them. And, you know, because the person that was managing their social media, you know, she left a personal impression on me forever. because it really got me like so much more into this game. It was like, oh man, you know, the devs are actually respecting their players type of thing, right? And she unfortunately moved on to managing one of the art social medias for another Trine Worlds game, and then they swapped over to Fasty, which nothing against Fasty, but he did not do as good a job as she did.
Come on, Skip. Whoa, he's tough. Right click is a special move too. An attack of destiny. I like the sound effects. They're actually really neat.
Look at that quote right there. That is so perfect. Like, I thought the sound effects were cool. These sound effects suck. They suck now. They sucked then.
What is that? Bunny ears. A hat with maximum health. This is not in your collection. Designed by Carlols. Designed by a player? Ooh, maximum health and attack speed. Unless that's like a Kickstarter person or something like that. But let's take that.
I had no idea at the time that this game was actually like by Trine Worlds, not to mention the horrible rep that Trine Worlds had, which the funny thing is Trine Worlds eventually turned this game, you know, south. But in all honesty, at the beginning of the game, there wasn't really any pay to win involved. I remember that, you know, this is bringing back so many different memories about, you know, when they added the dragons initially. You basically would have 1 month to grind up enough dragon souls by doing challenges. And then eventually they overhauled that entire system to make it more pay to win. And then, you know, eventually they added the gem system, which was one of the biggest pay to win updates we ever had. And it was kind of cool that you could actually buy your way into the new content area a week or two before everybody else while still all being on the same server, which you know, say what you will, I think that's dope. Like, I love the idea of using an early access model within the game itself. Like, I think that Trine was a bit ahead of the times with something like that, you know, because then you have the incentive to pay for it, to play it a week or two early. But if you can just wait, you'll end up getting it for free after the 2-week period anyways. And I still think that that was something really, really cool that a lot of games could get away with doing.
I don't know any of the online stuff. Like, I don't know if the loot is generated just per your own personal server and stuff like that, but hey, whatever.
I'm talking about instance loot, which is one of the big things that, yes, Trove has. Oh my gosh, that inventory. Look how small it is. Oh, that was so nice, dude. Imagine this inventory with the multiple tabs that we have now.
Can we right click? Oh, there we go. We got bunny ears. Oh, that's stupid. Wah! Shift is a dodge, by the way. The game doesn't really teach us any of the controls for combat now, does it?
Yeah, the game doesn't teach you the essentials of the actual game.
That's how their moon is. Probably a Halloween joke.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's right. I got this around Halloween of, this video is October 22nd, 2014. Yeah, that was my first ever Trove video, and it was around Halloween. Okay. Yeah, now I'm just kind of wandering around fighting things, so I'm just skipping through. Oh man, there's that 3D ore. Oh, that's so weird, dude.
Craft one of these, and let's go check out that hub world. I haven't actually seen this yet.
All right, let's see how this hub used to look, man.
Deconstructor, forge,
oh, the deconstructor. Cube converter. Yeah, there used to be a deconstructor for just destroying loot and getting the raw resources, and then there was a style saver where you would literally destroy the loot, but then you would end up earning the styles that you could then end up placing on your gear, similar to now we just have the loot collector, which does both functions. That was a big good change.
Can we, yeah, there we go. We can put it down our hotbar. 8. Let's plop this sucker down right there. Ooh.
Man, the hub world portal still looks the exact same.
I like it.
I'm excited to see what the hub looks like.
Are we in the hub world now, or is it?
Oh man, Trove was a laggy mess even back then.
There we go. I actually had to log out and in. My ping is horrible right now because I'm actually up.
Whoa!
Oh, wow, check
it's so plain.
So they do have Halloween stuff going. Whoa! These are some crazy builds. I guess you can make your house look really, really cool, but
man,
this is really neat. And I love.
It's
like
so
how
plain.
All these characters are designed like so well and cool and stuff. I like that guy's sword.
This hub sucks. I mean, honestly, the hub nowadays still sucks. Personally, something that has been a big complaint of mine with Trove in general is I've always thought that they should get players to build the hub because then it would at least be something interesting. On top of that, they need to have it be a lot more lively. You know, like we need to have a bunch of NPC shops and stuff like that.
Adventure Tower. Oh, okay. So there's areas around here that we could get into and stuff like that. I like how all these people are... Oh, I see. That's why they're dragon characters in different classes and stuff like that. Because this game is heavily cash shop. You're invited to a club. Do you want to accept? Sure.
What? Really?
Okay.
I was a part of the Asgardians. Who even knows if that club is a thing anymore? In fact, all these people are part of clubs I didn't even notice, because look at this, Wolfie of Wolfpack. With 2 V's, obviously, but that was his name and that was his club. That was it. Look how simple it was back in the day. You know, there was no power rank. And the thing that I'm really enjoying about this old version of Trove is look how clean the HUD is. You just got the stuff at the bottom. That's it. Nothing else.
And now the chat is going crazy, so I might have to leave that. But
yeah, I had to censor out the chat because as soon as I joined that club, everybody was talking in it. All right, so I'm kind of wrapping up with the video here, but that's pretty crazy, dude. Nice trip down memory lane, you know. There's, oh man, so much has happened since then, which is nuts to think about it. It's gonna take me a while to cut down this video because there was a lot of moments in that video that were kind of boring. I prattled on about things, which I guess is something I still do now. I'm doing it right this second. I've just gotten better at making it sound like it's actually interesting. From that to this. Oh, how the times have changed. So many memories, so many good times. I still love this game, and this game's still not going anywhere, guys. I know that lots of people are still worried about like what's gonna happen with Trove just in general, and yeah, I'll say that I'm worried as well. At the same time, I'm still gonna keep playing this game until, unfortunately, the servers are probably just going to end up coming offline with one day. But until then, thanks for watching, everybody. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, sub for more. Have yourselves a great day. Sayonara, stay epic. Got a Minecraft video coming out for you guys tomorrow.
Believe in yourself.